Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome to what is probably going to be the most anticipated episode of Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, where I finally have to bite the bullet and make the choice between Reed or Songbird. As it happens, going with my gut ended up leading to what I consider to be the best ending, although not necessarily the best ending from the perspective of the characters involved, but certainly as far as the storytelling and the cinematics are concerned, what I consider to be the best ending to this expansion. So we're going to rejoin the story at the point where I have to decide whether or not I'm going to use the icebreaker to take down Songbird when she's vulnerable while accessing the Cynosure mainframe, or going with Songbird and betraying Reed and Alex.
I'm with you, Somi.
Look toward Alex. Wait for Kurt to go down.
Everything all right? You look like shit.
Nice to hear. Running three things at once here. You do one. Keep your eyes on Kurt.
Can do. What then?
We run. Nearly have the Matrix. Breaching stadium defenses now. It's a lot. Had to reach past the black wall.
Wait, you mean to say like the whole stadium?
Cutting off the lab now. Carving a path out of here for us. Defense systems are nearly primed to turn on Kurt's forces. Let Alex know.
Okay.
Holy shit, Alex isn't fucking around. Did she just kill Hansen?
It's done.
Shit, she killed
Stadium
Hansen.
Defenses, hostile and online.
Hey, status. Everything all right?
Let me get back to you on that one, Reed.
Somi, you okay? What's wrong?
The Matrix, the stadium, the black wall.
Oh, this doesn't look good.
Just lost control for a sec. But, yeah, I'm okay now.
You sure about that? Because you don't look okay.
V, you need to bolt.
Alex seems a bit pissed off.
Get dicey. Some help. Pack stuff around you. Just can't push myself. Mainframe breach. Black wall hit me hard.
Yeah, it looks like you aren't the only thing that the black wall hit hard. Right, I'm all ammoed up. Of course, I don't have any actual weapons other than my monowire.
Chance to spin the chopper's rotor?
That takes care of that problem. What else do we have around here? One of these guys has got to have a weapon I can pick up, surely. I really don't use this monowire very often, but I can still quick hack. Oh shit, right, yeah, we handed in our weapons at the locker outside, so I should be able to recover my weapon. Wow, he really didn't like that very much, did he? Get my stuff.
Okay, opening the gate.
Okay, I've got my guns back, but there's a lot of them. Let's, I mean, I'm running kind of low on RAM here, but let's stack as many quick hacks as I can to help even the odds. This Arasaka Smart SMG fires explosive rounds and it can target up to 3 enemies at once. Managed to recover a bit of rounds.
Panzer turret, use that!
Guns working on that Panzer turret. Not take out there. Help take out the opposition. I'm real glad Songbird's on my side. Right, I think we're clear. Actually, no, somebody was shooting at me. Oh, it's the Panzer. Was the Panzer shooting at me? I was taking some fire from that direction. The Songbird hacked the Panzer, it couldn't have been that. The remote turrets are supposedly under our control. Okay, we're not quite out of the woods yet. It's some bullets around the corner with a smart gun. Okay. We're clear. Well, from there. Ooh, what's that? I believe I just picked up an iconic... Oh, shit! I thought the turret was supposed to... No, it doesn't matter. It looks like I just picked up an iconic weapon of some kind, although I don't really have time to stop and examine it right now. If you've got any other tricks up your sleeve, Songbird, now would be a good time. Sniper down there, getting the cover, let the contagion quick active its sting. By the way, if you, depend on how far you've upgraded your various different quick hacks, but if you hit somebody with a contagion and then you hit them with any kind of burn effect, they explode. Which is nice. Right, there is a sniper down there. Is there anything I can use? I've got most of my round back.
The mech! Try to hack it!
Yeah, let's get that mech on our side. There it is. Yeah, that thing doesn't fuck around either. Alright, let's give it some support.
Wanna see them bullets flying?
Mech's still shooting, so there's still a couple of them left. I can't see the target back over with a quick hack, so I'll just shoot him in the face, that works too. Alright, clear to the rear. The mech's still... No, it's not actually shooting at anything. Does that mean we're clear? Oh, not quite. Alright, he's too far away for me to get a smart gun lock, so instead we're going to quick hack. We've got plenty of round back. Oh, there's a sniper. And again, too far away for a smart gun lock, but I can quick hack. Go on, die, will you? Okay. Right. Move. Not seeing any further signs of resistance just yet, although I'm sure we're not out of the woods. Yeah, there we go. They've been smart gun lock on range then, so not too difficult to deal with. Right, we're nearly there. Oh, nice, closely packed enemies. Let's get the contagion quick hack going there. I think with the iconic version of the contagion quick hack, it activates instantly. The second you upload it, you don't have to wait. Alright, Songbird, on me. We're almost out. Oh, sniper.
Okay, now, the door on the left.
I've got a mod.
There's an elevator, but we're not using it. Keep
Not
going.
using the elevator, okay. I've got a mod on this SMG that has a 5% chance on hit of actually applying one of my quick hacks. Which is why sometimes when you see me shooting people with this thing, I'm getting Netrunner XP.
Door's locked.
I'll open it. Give me a sec.
She really does not look good, does she? This must be taking one hell of a strain. Huh?
Disable the door. We have a moment to catch our breath. Which? Yeah, give me a sec.
I mean, she's basically hacked the entire stadium. That's not nothing.
Hacking the mainframe took a lot out of you.
The mainframe, the stadium, bit off more than I could chew.
Kind of bizarre, the ladder doesn't appear to go anywhere.
Follow the making shaft. Take The stairs down.
Come on, Sony. Oh, I'm not sure. I like the way her eyes are glowing red there. I mean, she is hacking into the black wall here to power the shit she's doing. Which is, of course, why she's so valuable to President Myers. But I mean, that's some civilization-ending juju shit that she's messing around with.
Careful. Keep overhead.
It's no wonder everybody considers her so dangerous. Because she really is. She is literally a walking weapon of mass destruction.
We're gonna be down what? It's them! Please, don't hurt us! We won't say a word! Promise!
Ah, they're just maintenance workers. It's not like they're a threat. I hope that's not going to come back and bite me in the arse. Uh-oh. Drones.
Wait.
Actually, the short circuit hack does double damage against mechanical enemies. So the drones aren't going to be that much of an issue if I have to fight them. It's just a question of... Yeah, I know. I saw them... It's alright, I'm aware. I guess we have to take them out. Yeah, short circuit basically one-shots them. Alright, we really need to Delta. Take the ammo then. There's usually crafting materials on mechanical enemies that you take out. Not really a priority right now though.
Almost there. Plans as follows. We'll be exiting from the back of the stadium. I've arranged 2 cars. En route already. One's for you, the other's for me. Should make us harder to track.
Alright. Looks like we're nearly there. I seem to recall there was a squatter camp around the Badlands side of the stadium. Yep, this is it.
Feeling lightheaded.
Stay with me, Songbird, we're nearly there.
Not budging.
Oh, it will.
What's this?
Finally.
I guess now we jump.
Okay. Jump
Did
in.
you see the superhero landing?
Alarms for? That huge blast? Gotta be them.
Yeah, that wasn't a superhero landing.
Fucking ankle.
Okay, come
Come
on.
on, Sony. Final stretch.
Toward the gate. Carl'll be there. Thank you, V.
You can cut the connection with the black wall anytime you like, Songbird. That would make me feel really good. I mean, she really is fucking around with some seriously bad juju. Which, of course, is why everybody wants her, because she's so dangerous.
That
There
car?
they are.
Bet you my lucky Eddie it's here for them. That's a dumbass bet. That mean you'll take it?
Come on, Somi, you can do this.
Hope you got a plan for what comes next.
We need to split up. Try to throw off the agency's pursuit strategy. Meanwhile, I'll confirm my path out of Night City is clear. Once I do, I'll be in touch.
Where are we gonna meet? When?
I'll send you the coordinates. Just wait for my sig. And don't get caught.
Hey, likewise.
And V? Thanks.
Well, I made my choice. Now I have to live with the consequences. Of course, my immediate objective is to lie low and stay off Reed's radar. And as luck would have it, this is the point where I got contacted by Judy Alvarez, completely unrelated to the Phantom Liberty storyline. This is part of the main story, but it's the perfect opportunity for me to get out of town and lay low for a few days.
Hey, Jude, what's up?
You know, same old. You?
Actually, thought I'd never hear from you again after the Myco sitch.
Rewatched the scroll from that day. You had no choice. But I ain't calling to rehash old wounds. Got a favor to ask.
Ask away. It's never boring with you.
Interesting people aren't easily bored.
No chance in your company. But now that we've blown each other, what's up?
You're on a need-to-know basis. So, this particular mission don't require you to have no gun. Just a wetsuit.
All right then, count me in. But I gotta warn you, I look great in a wetsuit.
Damn out past Rancho Coronado. Know it?
Sure, what about it?
Little, abandoned bungalow lakeside. Meet me there. At sundown.
Sounds like a plan. See you there.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, this is definitely not a date. Judy bats for the other team, if you know what I mean. But it is the perfect opportunity to get under the radar for a couple of days and wait for Songbird to get back in touch. Now, I won't be showing you the full story of what happens here with Judy because, well, two reasons. One, I've shown it before during my original Cyberpunk playthrough. It is pretty good. And also, it's completely irrelevant to the Phantom Liberty storyline. So instead, we're just going to skip to the part where the story picks up again.
The hell you want, Reed?
You're a disappointment, V. To me, to some. We could have helped her. We, together.
Was her choice, Saul.
You're helping a traitor who took a potentially lethal swipe at the NUS president's life.
Sorry, Reed. Made my decision. Not gonna backpedal.
You don't get it. It's not about you and me anymore. You two are enemies of the NUSA. We, the FIA, we're gonna find you two. You have exactly nowhere to run, V.
You're sounding desperate. FIA dig its teeth into your ass big?
Know what? You're right. I am desperate. We both are. So you need to take a moment to think about what you'll do when I find you. And I'll expect you to mend your ways then.
Jeez, thanks for the heads up.
Remember, you've taken responsibility for her. When we find you, it's not gonna be about whatever deal you two think you've made.
He does sound a bit unhappy, doesn't he? You know, I've made a big song and dance in the past about how I trust Reed and I don't trust Songbird. And, I mean, Songbird is inherently untrustworthy. Basically, every time she opens her mouth, she's telling some kind of outright lie or half-truth. And Reed has never lied to me. Well, until I actually caught him in an outright lie, when he said we were going to kidnap the two French netrunners, and instead, the second they were in our hands, Reed and Alex executed them. Which didn't make an awful lot of sense at the time, because there was no reason to lie. I mean, you know, this wasn't exactly my first rodeo. I've killed a few people myself. So there was no real reason for Reed to lie to me about what his plans were for the two French netrunners. And at the time I thought that was just a really strange decision for the story writers to make. But now I'm thinking that they did it specifically at that point, having Reed be caught in a blatant lie right before I had to make the decision on who to betray. And I think they did that on purpose to sow the seeds of doubt in my mind regarding Reed's trustworthiness. Because I'd said that Reed had never lied to me. And I think that's probably true up until that point. But not lying to somebody isn't the same as telling them the truth. You see, I think Reed's as honest as he can afford to be. If you ask him a question and telling you the truth doesn't hurt, he'll go ahead and tell you the truth. But if he thinks you're not going to like the answer, he doesn't lie about it, he just deflects, he changes the subject. Like when the Voodoo Boy netrunner, Slider, died as a result of re-establishing communications through the Black Wall with Songbird, I asked Reed whether or not he always planned to kill Slider, regardless of the outcome, and instead of answering the question directly, he just deflected. Oh, hang on, Mr. Hands.
V, in our fair district, are you?
Hey, yeah.
We should talk. Face to face.
Oh, yeah.
Nova, heavy hearts, here I come.
And don't drag your feet. You won't be disappointed.
My, aren't we confident today?
It's funny that right after Reed contacts me, telling me that he was going to find me, and I wouldn't be happy when he did, I get a call from my Dogtown fixer, Mr. Hands. And Reed knows that Mr. Hands is my Dogtown fixer. Colour me suspicious. It's not that I think Mr. Hands is inherently untrustworthy, but he's a fixer after all. He's a businessman. And you know what's really, really bad for business? Having the Federal Intelligence Agency start leaning on you in order to give up one of your contacts. I wouldn't blame Hands if he had sold me out to Reed, but yeah, I don't like this. Don't like this at all. I'm going to go and meet him, of course, but I'm going to be careful. Because where Solomon Reed's concerned, I don't think it's possible to be too paranoid. So I checked the place out as best I could before I went in, gave everything a damn good scan, didn't see anything immediately suspicious. And Hands is alone.
Last. I lacked the time to brew tea. My apologies.
It's cool. Not here for tea. What's so urgent?
No ordinary job, to be sure. Dogtown's future hangs in the balance. Kurt Hansen, a man of many hats. A criminal, dog of war. To mine eye, an entrepreneur. And business suffocates in a vacuum. Vultures circle the Colonel's corpse already. The enterprise he built must choose a new leader. We will make certain they choose correctly. The shard, please insert it.
Let me guess. Got a successor all lined up, don't you?
Lieutenant Colonel Bennett, one of Hansen's most loyal, commands respect, is capable of rallying a strong base. The logical choice, this gentleman soldier. Alas, he has competition, a man named Yago. He's starting from a lower rung, but has high aspirations. He's already begun seeking outside support from the Voodoo Boys. You will meet with Yago, you will convince him to back down.
Yago not up to snuff? Why?
He's an accountant, no soldier. Kept Hansen's books for him. V, you don't win hearts by counting numbers.
What's Bennett's story?
Ex-Marine, took part in Operation Midnight Storm. He never questioned orders, didn't serve for glory or medals. Loyal from start to finish.
Okay, I'll handle that.
No, you won't. But Aguilar will.
You lost me.
Hansen remained on top because he had the contacts to stay afloat. Most important among them was a Cuban cartel. Enter Aguilar, a merc assassin from Havana, a living legend. Every time someone in Havana lights a cigar, Aguilar extinguishes a life somewhere around the globe. I'm lucky to have his behavioral imprint on hand. You're lucky to have experience with the tech already.
Let me summarize. Need me to assume Aguilar's identity...
Have a chat with Yago. Talk him out of any silly ideas he might have. Child's play.
Merc assassin, huh? Color me curious. Anything else I ought to know?
Real name, unknown. Body count, unknown. Conservative estimates put it in the dozens. Per continent. Rumors, perhaps. But rumors often make for crowning arguments in negotiation.
Okay, all's crystal.
I've prepared a shard with helpful intelligence. Also a weapon, the same Aguilar uses. Help yourself to both.
Interesting piece of iron.
Custom made. A unique and highly persuasive tool.
Mm-hmm.
Time to kick the tires, V. Suit up and take the imprint for a whirl.
I presume that means he's... Oh, there it is. Aguilar's suit. Hopefully, this will be a little more subdued than the pretentious flashy crap that the Frenchman I was impersonating was wearing. Oh yeah, there we go. Much better. Of course, I look nothing like him, but where am I? There we go. Let's activate the imprint.
Do you feel the difference?
Alrighty.
My time's precious, Hans. If this don't work, you'll need to find 10 new digits or aim for a rebrand.
Better than expected, V. Or rather, Aguilar. You'll make a strong impression on Yago, too. A trusted source tells me he's to meet soon with a delegation of the Dogtown Voodoos. I'll forward the coordinates.
Okay. Well, this helps me kill some time before meeting Songbird, and it's also quite important.
I care not at all for how you handle the Gangoons. As you will. I have only one request. Yago withdraws his candidacy.
Also, it's nice to know I can still trust Hans.
Once you've shown him reason, call me. And remember, my district's future is riding on this.
Don't worry, won't disappoint.
That is the hope. Good luck.
Or at least, it's nice to know that Reed hasn't gotten to him yet. So, yeah, Hansen's dead. In all the excitement, I'd forgotten about that. And nature abhors a vacuum. And the scum always rises to the top. So, I mean, Hans is... Well, this is what he's been angling for the whole time I've been here, working for him in Dogtown. Been trying to manipulate the balance of power, and now with Hansen out of the picture, it's the perfect opportunity for him to have his preferred candidate take over. Bennett or Yago? I've seen Yago around before. He's always lurking around in the background whenever Hansen's in the picture. Bennett, I'm not so sure about. Either way, Bennett is Hans' preferred candidate, which suggests that he's going to be much more easy to manipulate, and Yago is too intelligent for his own good. So the job is to convince Yago to step down from the leadership race, and I suspect it's probably not going to be quite as straightforward as just asking him nicely. So, sometime later, I put Aguilar's face on and I go to meet with the Voodoo boys who are backing Yago's bid for power.
Allez, ça c'est pas territoire.
I really hope this turns violent.
I have good news. We will talk. I will not shed your blood. A very good deal.
Mwen fout avec you.
Hooray! Mission accomplished. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, bollocks, I'm using Aguilar's hide on. This isn't a smart gun. I have to actually aim. Oh, this has the potential to go horribly, horribly wrong. Oh wait, I can still quick hack them. Ah, whatever. Yeah, practice. You can tell I've been relying on smart weapons for way too long, can't you? I mean, this is a nice gun, but I'm just not used to actually having to aim. Look, I didn't say it was a good excuse, but it's the only one I've got, and I'm sticking to it. I should practice. Okay, right. Well, that's taking care of the Voodoo boys. I am so happy that turned violent. Now we just wait for Yago to turn up.
Gotta wait for the man.
Out in the open? Ah, want a face-off, do ya? Aguilar, you saucy senor.
Oh, here he is. Oh, that didn't take long. He's probably not going to be happy to see me.
There they are. Gonk's got no clue what's coming. Think I'm gonna
Oh, he
shed
brought
a
some
tear.
muscle.
Something ain't right, boss.
You got that right, Charlie.
And you are...
I answered with my own question. Do you know what happens when someone in Havana lights a cigar?
Somewhere in the world, Aguilar takes a life.
So they say. Do you know what else they say? That you have angered the wrong people. We know of your plan to oust Bennett. We know of your new allies. The Voodoo Boys? Poor choice. My superiors follow Christ, Iago.
I never intended any disrespect. What happens now?
The chain of command. It is a concept you know. If just one link fails, the chain breaks. You will lay your ambitions to rest. You will resume your place in the chain and hold firm.
Charlie!
Think you're hot shit? Prove it.
Request approved.
Oh shit! No.
You get multiple opportunities to kill this guy.
So the legends are true. Point taken. I'll back down. But there's something you should know. Bennett is Arasaka's pawn. They aim to control Dogtown through him.
You have proof of Bennett's deception, I trust.
Know where to find it? He goes to the city center often, Republic Way. The building's a front, occupied by a dummy corp owned by Arasaka. As to Bennett's biz there, ask him, press him. You'll see him right.
Killing him isn't the job.
Plot thickens. Once they're gone, uncloak before your face melts like Scott Choco.
Just getting started, Johnny.
Guess you ought to keep hands in the loop. Or, we could see what his favorite son's cooking up with fucking Arasaka. After all, Dogtown's future hangs in the balance.
Well played, Aguilar. High five, mi hermano cubano.
The best possible outcome for this job. Oh, Songbird.
Hey, V.
Here it is.
This?
Was awaiting word.
Then... let's finish this. Grabbed us a ride. I'm parked. Sending you the cords.
Join you soon.
So, she's parked in the alley by the N54 News HQ. I'm not going to follow up on this immediately. I'm going to finish this job for Hans. Because it's kind of interesting. It's also fairly important to the future of Dogtown. The best possible outcome for this gig is to have Bennett take over from Hansen, with Iago as his lieutenant, back in the chain of command, taking care of all the financial details. That's the ultimate outcome that would make Hans the most happy, and be probably also most beneficial for Dogtown. A nice smooth transfer of power. The next best outcome, because Bennett does not like competition, is for Iago to give up all of his financial contacts and details before Bennett has him killed. The next worst outcome is for Bennett to be unable to sit on his hands for long enough to get all of that financial details from Iago before having him killed. Of course, the worst possible outcome would be for Iago. At least the worst possible outcome as far as Mr. Hans is concerned is for Bennett to be killed and Iago to take over. But that's never going to happen as long as I'm on the case. The question is, how good of an outcome can I engineer for Bennett and therefore for Hans? And with the news that Bennett is now being backed by Arasaka, how can I use that to my advantage?
High time Aguilar had a word with Bennett.
The news from Yago that Bennett is being backed by Arasaka has led us to this confrontation with Bennett, and I don't actually think that this is going to serve anybody's best interests. Because Bennett does not react well to intimidation. And I think doing this cuts off one of the best possible outcomes. But I'm going to show it anyway because it's interesting, and it does provide an insight into Bennett's character. This is the man who's going to be running Dogtown in Hansen's absence after all, or at least he thinks he is. Or at least as far as Bennett is actually capable of thinking. You'll understand when we get to speak to him.
Ain't our guy that. Probably his hustle. Take him out now, just in case. Save yourself the headache later.
Bennett is... well, put it this way. I can understand why Hans would want Bennett in charge. Let's just put it that way. Oh, peekaboo.
Tell you what I'd go out to. Dump the body, stat. Then wait for Bennett in the ride. Get the jump on him.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. We don't want Bennett tripping over the body on the way out. Bennett is not particularly bright, but even he might think that was suspicious. So remember, you don't have to do any of this to get the best outcome for Mr. Hans. In fact, I think doing this might actually be prejudicial, because confronting Bennett, I think, shuts off the best outcome. But we'll show you it anyway.
They agreed to back me. 2 unmarked tactical units in Dogtown.
Gordon, let's roll. But what a grind. Japanese suits have their neckties tied so fucking tight. Wait, who? Oh fuck, Aguilar!
Was it good? Your meeting? The one I wasn't supposed to know about?
Aguilar, please, listen to me. I know what this must look like. This fuckhead Yago.
Your accountant.
He's trying to cut me out. Arasaka's promised to have my back. All they want in exchange is access to our smuggling routes.
No, what they seek is control of your smuggling routes. Only a fool would think otherwise.
I'm out to secure the future. For my organization. For your bosses.
You will put Arasaka behind you, Bennett. Why? Because you are in a car with Havana, while Tokyo is somewhere out there.
This a geography lesson? Fucking joke.
Oh, Bennett. What little regard you have for your own life.
You won't let it go. Is that it? Well, fine. Your legend ends here.
Right. The thing about Bennett is if you try to push him, he's always going to push back. And by confronting him like this, he's trying to push back against me.
Enough!
And that doesn't work out so well for him.
Do you want the throne? It is mine to give, but to a soldier, not a corporate puppet. If I see even one Arasaka shadow in Dogtown, I will return and find you, but without my friendly demeanor. Is that clear?
Yes, Aguilar. Understood.
Pushing back against me didn't work out so well for him. But he's always going to push back. And that means now the only person he can push back against is Yago.
Prim work, Aguilar. Time for a breather, though.
which I think means that by doing this, you've now sealed Yargo's fate, and it's now impossible to get the best possible outcome for Mr. Hands.
V, have you made progress? Has Yago reconsidered?
Has indeed. Also, voodoo boys are out of the equation.
Splendid. Have you anything else to add?
Yep, met with Bennett too. Man's a sock puppet. Sock his hand up his ass. Don't worry, I pulled him off. Ironed him out. For good, I hope.
It's not something I asked you to do. But I do appreciate it. Bennett is still superior to Yago as a candidate.
What now?
Time to pay tribute to the fallen. Aguilar will attend Hansen's funeral service and ensure a smooth transfer of power.
Uh-huh. Sounds like you expect trouble.
Such events can trigger geysers of raw emotion. No two people grieve alike, and rarely rationally. Ceremony and wake both at the Black Sapphire. Aguilar should enter without a hitch.
Got it.
Le roi est mort, vive le roi. Good luck, V.
Aguilar. What a surprise.
I understand you've met.
Havana sends its condolences. The news of Colonel Hansen's death shook us all.
I'm sure the Colonel would appreciate your goodwill. You're dismissed.
I met earlier with the Lieutenant Colonel. We had a lovely conversation talking of this and that. In the end, we both agreed Dogtown needs a strong leader. That leader will be Bennett. The people here heed his words, as will you, Yago.
Oh, until when? Until you leave town and he's free to stab me in the back? I want names, contacts, connections, your informants in the NCPD, everyone on your payroll.
Ridiculous.
You will prove your loyalty to me.
You see, Yago's not stupid, unlike Bennett, who is an absolute idiot. He knows if he hands that information over, he's no longer useful to Bennett and he's signing his own death warrant.
Big baby Bennett wants a new toy. Something to silence his tantrums. Too bad. The terms cannot change, Bennett.
I've already humiliated Bennett once, but that was in private, where we could both pretend it didn't happen. But humiliating him in front of his own people, he can't push back against me, and that means Yago's fucked.
Then there's no deal.
Wait, let's talk.
We've talked enough.
Control yourself, Bennett.
I am in control. No one moves a goddamn inch, or you join Yago.
Yes, sir.
Looks like I'm all you got left. Give Havana my regards.
The king is dead. Long live the king.
Leave the scumbag's corpse there for now. It can serve as a warning.
Well, that was unfortunate. And entirely avoidable. I do actually think that Bennett is one of the weakest written characters in this entire game. I mean, not just because he's an idiot. I understand why Hans would want Bennett in charge. He's a puppet whose strings can easily be pulled. But the fact that he is such an idiot, and he is so one-dimensional, which is unusual for this game, I just don't buy that somebody as smart as Kurt Hansen, who was nobody's fool, would appoint this guy as his second in command.
Dog-eat-dog world, I guess. What's that make Dogtown?
A warning to you, Silverhand. One you will heed.
I appreciate why Hansen would find him useful. He's basically a trained and very loyal attack dog. But nobody as smart as Hansen is going to put their attack dog in charge of their household in the event that he's indisposed. I just don't buy it. Also, I mean, Bennett is one of life's natural sergeant majors. He is not one of life's natural lieutenant colonels, and I just don't buy the idea that somebody as dumb as him would make it to the rank of lieutenant colonel in Militech. Needless to say, Mr. Hans is not as pleased as he could have been with the outcome.
The word is Dogtown has a new alpha.
Your Bennett's an apex predator. Gonna make a fine new Hansen.
And Iago will never challenge again. Shame all his contacts went to the grave with him. Regrettable as oversights go, V.
What happened, happened, Hans. Time to live with it.
Do you know what else happened, V? I just reduced your cut. I hope you can live with that. That'll be all for now. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, not good. You can get a better outcome.
Aguilar, in honor. For all of us.
Take me to Bennett.
He came with extra security. Got a bad feeling.
Not that much better, but it's at least better than the mess that I've just ended up with. Hang on, what are a bunch of scavengers doing here? Anyway, keep my mind on the ball here. The key, of course, is not humiliating Bennett. You've done that once. You only get to do it once and get away with it.
Aguilar, what a surprise.
I understand you've met.
Havana sends its condolences. The news of Colonel Hansen's death shook us all.
I'm sure the Colonel would appreciate your goodwill. You're dismissed.
I met earlier with the Lieutenant Colonel. We had a lovely conversation talking of this and that. In the end, we both agreed Dogtown needs a strong leader. That leader will be Bennett. The people here heed his words, as will you, Iago.
Oh, until when? Until you leave town and he's free to stab me in the back? I want names, contacts, connections. Your informants in the NCPD, everyone on your payroll.
Ridiculous.
You will prove your loyalty to me.
It's a fair price. You will pay it.
Hansen would say, only the weak make concessions.
Keep the Colonel's name out of your mouth.
Accept his terms. Or will you make me miss my flight?
Fine. For the good of Dogtown.
Unfortunately for Iago, because Bennett is so utterly predictable, he still needs to flex his E-peen. But the important thing is that Iago's secrets are not going to go with him to the grave.
Wait, let's talk!
We've talked enough.
At a funeral, Bennett.
We'll need another coffin. No one moves a goddamn inch, or you join Iago!
And Hans isn't entirely happy with the outcome, but he's a lot happier than he was with the previous one.
Word is Dogtown has a new alpha.
Your Bennett's an apex predator. Gonna make a fine new Hansen.
Iago always belonged under Bennett. Just not necessarily 6 feet under him. Still, I'm pleased his contacts weren't buried with him.
It's got a little out of hand. Did what I could, though.
I understand. In any case, consider the contract closed. You'll receive your fee in short order. That'll be all for now. I'll be in touch.
The only way I was able to do this and get the best possible outcome, keep Iago alive and working under Bennett, as well as getting a hefty bonus upon completion from Mr. Hans himself, was to not humiliate Bennett by confronting him after that meet with the Arasaka representatives. So that's the run this town gig. Bennett's in charge, Hans is happy, he's got a puppet in control whose strings he can easily pull. Speaking of puppets, or in this case, puppets whose strings have just been cut, in the next episode we will be meeting up with Songbird again and seeing what we can do about getting her out of this city. With, of course, Reed hot on our tails. All that coming up in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and as always, take care. I'll catch you next time.